Hello and welcome to the second episode. No, not second. Third episode of Brony Banter. I screwed it up. I'm Dan.
I'm Shifting Purple.
And with us we have Aviators and a living Tombstone. Introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Aviators.
We just did. Just told my name. It's like we don't have anything to introduce. What are we doing? No, but seriously, Aviators, go first.
Okay. What do you do?
I do music and stuff.
And
What?
Tombstone, what do you do?
I also do the same thing in Aviators. I steal his idea, so I also make music. So yeah.
Stole my idea. Go do something original.
I want to do that too. So it's like, okay, Aviators makes music, then I make music as well. That's cool.
Yeah.
What are the chances?
Who would have guessed?
I mean,
Who knew?
well, and who knew? Yeah, that's crazy.
Start with, when did you make music? Or how long have you been making music?
Who's answering first?
You, Aviators, go.
Yeah, go
Okay.
Aviators.
All right. I started making. Well, I started actually making music, my own music, about a year ago with GarageBand when I got my first Mac computer, and that was a beautiful experience. I love GarageBand.
Yeah, GarageBand.
Hey, GarageBand, it's great.
I love
It's
GarageBand.
beautiful. It's beautiful, and that was where I first learned how to use a DAW, pretty much, and then it sort of evolved from there. I moved to Fruity Loops, which is, it's funny because I started on Mac, and then I actually installed Windows on my Mac and moved to Fruity Loops on that, and then I progressed and started making out really crappy music on Fruity Loops, and then I joined the Brony community when I became a Brony, and then actually that was when I started meeting musicians. And the first musician I actually talked to was Tombstone.
All right.
And then,
Reunion.
and so that was the point where I started learning how to actually make legitimate music instead of just randomly messing around. So yeah.
All right.
What about you, Tombstone?
Yeah.
Basically, I think I remember starting making music in about 7-8 years ago. I remember I started, I just experimented with stuff. I remember that my first experience with making music in front of the computer was with EJ and just basic software that just you add loops in it and then basically you do something. Kind of like GarageBand, I think that you just add stuff. And it just loops and everything sounds great together. Just that it's all stuff from within that software. So with time, I learned how to use FL Studio, and that got me into really composing stuff like Aviators. And with time, I basically, with all that time, I basically got experience with just making music for friends for their games and stuff, and commercials in Israel. And once I got into knowing the Brony community, I just decided to say, okay, maybe I should try remixing Winter Wrap Up or something just for real. And people seem to really, really love it. And I just said, hey, I'll stick in the Brony community. And this is how I met Aviators along the way. Great fella, great man. I love you, Aviators.
People love remixes of all the songs from the shows. Like most people start out by listening to Europe Brony, and that's the first remix of all the songs you ever hear. That most people hear when they first.
He started, I think. Really, I think I'm pretty sure. Again, I remember he was one of the basically finishing my background. Basically, like I said, I began with this remix, and then I continued making original songs like September and the rest of us. And just throughout time, and just little by little, I gained some knowledge within the community. The same thing as Aviators, and we both got really known. And yeah, I mean, but back to the topic. European Pony seems to be one of the first, right? Because it seems to gained a lot of recognition because of the fact that they make Eurobeat stuff from songs. And
like a lot of people, when they first become a Brony, the first music they go to is Eurobeat Brony.
Yeah, exactly. Or either, I remember that even Alex S considered to be one of the first.
And Not a Clever Pony is very, very early, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an early bird. And speaking of early birds, also Jackalipe, I think he's one of the first two really. Yeah, that's kind of funny because he's a bird. Whatever. It's ironic. But seriously, he was the first ones I remember that he started with making original songs based on My Little Pony.
Actually,
like original, not like remixes and stuff.
Yeah.
I know. I feel bad because I jumped on at the time where everybody starts jumping on.
Yeah, but that occurred. I remember that you once approached me just out of the blue, like said, "Hey, can you remix one of the tracks?" And I said, "Okay."
I feel so stupid for doing that.
Why?
Exactly when did you become a Brony? Either of you?
I think no. I don't remember. Do you remember Aviators? When did you?
It was the week Luna Eclipsed came out, and it rose to one of the most viewed videos on YouTube. And then I had heard about Bronies, and then I saw it there, and I was like, you know what, I should watch this, and I got addicted.
So
it was in around October, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's around.
No, I think it was September.
Really?
September.
No, it was October. I think you're right.
Yeah, it was around October, like the middle of October when that episode came out.
Yeah, because September was when the season started, I think.
Yeah, September 17th, which was...
In my case, I think I started like in June or July, I think. It's when the first season still aired, and I remember that it was when my sister just got me into I remember that the show wasn't that much, it was known, but then again, it's like, we had our guesses if it's a good show or not. So me and my sister decided to just out of the blue just watch from the first episode and see how it is, and we got addicted to it from the first episode just like that. I remember that I didn't really get you know how it is sometimes, like the two from like as an outsider you don't think that it makes sense to you that many people would like the Pony. It was like just like have you been like to Fortune and stuff like that when it happened? Because it's like it's where I first got in knowing that there's a fandom, because I looked at it from the side and I saw that there's many threads opening about My Little Pony. It was like, it's gonna be a good show. I mean, seriously, they're probably looking around.
Well, when I saw like the first 2 episodes, and it was back in August when I first became a Brony, August 20th to be exact. Yeah. 5 days before was when I started watching it just to see what it was like, and after the first 2 or 3 episodes, like, okay, I can understand why people like this show.
Exactly.
And then, And then after watching the whole first season, on August 20th, I confirmed, I'm a Brony.
I think like my first, what got us really into watching. I mean, it's me and my sister. Sorry, it's that watching the show was we watched like somebody made a parody clip out of the show based on the Moonbase Alpha gameplay that somebody did. With the Texas.
Moonbase Alpha.
Yeah, I just it was funny, but then again we liked the animation. It was like entrenching and was like. Yeah, we can watch this, and from there we actually watched the show, I think. But but yeah, that's basically it. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. It didn't take long for me to realize that I was a Brony. I think it was about like 5 minutes in, Luna Eclipsed, and then I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna watch all of these."
You're a Brony. You're a Brony.
Yeah, it was. There was no fighting it.
But I gotta understand, you said that you kind of regret asking me for like doing the remix on one of your songs in the album. Why was that?
Well,
it was I liked it. It's one of the better remixes I think that I did.
Well, thank you. I'm really. When I say I regret asking you to, really I don't, because if I hadn't asked you to do that remix, I would still be making really, really terrible songs and thinking they're awesome. Because nobody would know who I am.
Well, so many times you're thinking like, I'm gonna make a song. Then you're like, that's what some people. Artists are their own worst critics. Like when you're an artist, you're your own worst critic.
I know, but seriously, like Worlds Collide. Yeah, like Worlds Collide. When I approached Tombstone about it, it was like. It was a really bad song. It had 0 mastering. It was not even very well composed. The vocals were badly recorded, And, I was thinking, I'll ask around to some of my favorite Brony musicians to see if anyone wants to remix it. Because, I was looking for a remix artist for it. Well, it was for different... It wasn't specifically that song. I was asking about a couple different songs. And then he had picked that one. And I'm glad it worked out that way. I just feel bad because I was going in all like, yeah, you should totally remix one of my songs. And I didn't even know who he was, really. So, I don't know.
Yeah, something that's kind of funny because it happens the same thing when I started with the Brony fandom. It's kind of the opposite. You weren't really in the Brony fandom, but you were like, let me explain this. I remember I started with the remix and I didn't know who One Toaster was. I only knew who Alex S because he's the only person I got in contact with. So I had no idea who that was like in the fandom. So it was like, I made I remember that day I made the Rainbow Nuke Step thing that was like based on the episode. Like I made a remix song within 4 hours when the episode aired. It was like, fine, I'll do that. And Windowster commented and it got top rated comment. It was like, okay, I should check this guy out. He must be a really good musician. So it's like that way I got really known into like many people like from the fandom just because I listened to their stuff and I said like, hey, it's really interesting. I remember that you sent me the tracks from the album, and I was like, again, I when it comes to criticizing somebody else's works, I never say it's bad because there's a quality in it, everything. So I was listening to your tracks and was just seeing like, what's the best track that I can remix from. I didn't really decide on, it's a bad track, I shouldn't really remix it. I just said like I heard Words Collide, I was like, this track has potential. Like you can definitely remix that.
Well, a lot of people say like. Sorry, but a lot of people say, like, when somebody is, like, critiquing something, no one ever likes to say something is bad. They just like to say it could use improvement, but is still good.
Right,
and that is usually true about most things.
It's true about even, like, the best tracks from... tracks, what... it's the trucks. Yeah, it's a fandom about trucks. This is what it is.
My Little Trucks.
Stupid. My Little Trucks, honking is magic. Oh my god.
Oh god.
That's it. Yes. Let's hashtag that.
Oh god, no.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you can do that, whatever. What I wanted to say is that even like when I consider really good tracks from the fandom, like from people that I really admire, like So Great and Powerful, Windust and people like that, there's always something bad about it, but it's not something that would stop you from listening to it. Yeah. It's like, you can always fix that. But I think the most important thing as a musician is to know that once you release a song, don't look back and try to like re-release it or change it. Just like, okay, never mind. Just work on the next thing. Nobody said that you need to look back at what you did and just continue, move on, and make something better. It's like how you did it. Got to know
from it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, okay, listen to the track you did before. Okay, this sucked. Maybe I can do something better than next time. I get till now I get comments on some of my songs that say that sometimes my singing is a bit off, and sometimes this and that, and I'm totally aware of that even during the production of the song. For example, that last song that I made, Magic, I just don't like it, and just that I know that there's so much that I could do with it, and even during production I said like, nah, it's not the best track, but whatever, I'll put it in since people love Trixie. Whatever. Anyway, what I'm saying is, for example, you Aviators, who worked on the Friendship, like, what goes in the process when it comes to, like, when you made that song in particular? For example, I really love that track for some reason. I really love the way that...
Oh, thank you.
I like it too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Just what was the process of creation?
Let's say because Friendship, because I heard the song many times, and I still noticed that Friendship is not about sometimes how I focus mostly on one pony and make a song about it. You usually you took something even much bigger, which is like the whole subject about friendship, and just said, okay, I'll make a song about that. How did that go?
Well, to be honest, the song Friendship was not originally about anything pony related. It was about friendship as a concept and how friendship. And like I posted it in the description of the video on YouTube. Like, friendship can be difficult, but it's worth saving. And these were just sort of the thoughts in mind as I wrote. And as I wrote, I started thinking, this is a message that really ties in with the message of friendship is magic. And it's just And then I just sort of started to tie it in. I put it through in a couple references, and then I I had written the chorus long before I wrote the rest of the song. That's usually what I do. I have about 200 choruses written somewhere, and then if I like a song, I'll write in the rest. And so I had the chorus written, and then I decided I'm going to write this about friendship is magic. So I wrote it about the show itself and the main six and their friendship and what would happen if there was a conflict between them. And, the emotions. And that's what I do. I know a lot of artists write songs about a character or an event that happens in the series. But usually what I do is I write a song about a specific emotion.
Like you say, anger. Okay, I'll make a song about anger and just think about all the things that combine about it. Yeah.
Right. Like when I made Second Chances, I was thinking, I'm going to make a song about Trixie's regret, and then like One Last Letter, I was like, Twilight's despair as she's, the world is ending and stuff like that. I find it hard to write songs about a character in itself. Just because that's the way my creative mind works. It's off emotion.
Your creative mind is limited towards ideas.
Yes, it is.
But I guess like in my case, when I think of songs, it's kind of odd. Like the question is that I think really comes to mind. The reason I asked you is that when you write a song, do you really think about what comes first? The melody comes to mind, or does the whole idea of writing the song comes to mind, like writing the lyrics and the idea in mind, the whole context.
Right.
Context. What comes to mind first?
It really depends on the song, because sometimes I will start out with a chord progression.
Okay.
And I'll just make a song. I always start with the intro. I know some artists will start with a drop, or they'll start with a chorus or something like that, but I always start with an intro, so I have a build-up and I kind of know where I'm going with the song. And then, so sometimes I'll start with a chord progression, and once I know the chord progression, I'll sort of get a feel for where I'm going, I'll pick an emotion and start writing lyrics off that. But sometimes I will also, and that's what happened with Friendship. I picked a chord progression, and then Friendship was built off of that.
Yeah, that's how, I usually try to write songs. When I just, get an idea to write a song, I think of a topic or something, and then I just, come up with some chords and then put the lyrics over that. And then once I know the chords, I can just remember the vocal track. I can just remember, what notes go into the vocals when I sing it, when I play the chords.
Right. Yeah, see, that's why I don't start out with chord progressions all the time, though, because sometimes I will lose track of the melody I'm trying to convey with the vocals. So when I do that, I usually start with lyrics, and then I will base a melody off of the lyrics themselves. And doing that usually will give me some good results as far as unique chord progressions. Monster was that way. I had all the lyrics for Monster before I wrote the melody and chord progressions, and that way I thought the melody sort of really bent its way around the vocals themselves, and I like when I write that, so I usually try to write lyrics first, have a finished copy of lyrics before I do any melody work. But so far the only songs that I've actually done that for are Monster and Apple Buckin'.
Have you ever actually had a song that you disliked so much that you just wanted to delete it?
Oh, yes. Well, I actually just did the other day. Last night, I'm working on a remix of Loyalty by DannyBrony.
Yes.
And yeah, so I've been working on it for a while, and I really put in some work into it recently. And I hated it so much, I just decided to delete it and start over.
That's happened to me a lot.
Yeah, and I think that was a good decision, because, sometimes if you don't like it, you just got to start over, because that's...
You could have let me listen to it.
Yeah, no, well, because if I let people listen to it, people are gonna say, "Oh man, it's fine," and then they might convince me that it's fine. But if I know in my mind that it's not what I want, I have to stick to that, Yeah. If a song isn't what I want, I don't want to release it to the people who are going to be listening to it.
Hmm. If you could actually do a collab song with anyone that you want, who would it be? Start with Tombstone. Start with Tombstone this time.
Okay.
Oh, you asked me. Yeah. That's it. Anyway, oh, never mind. So basically, the person I really want to like collab with this thing. Well, these are hard questions, and the reason for this is that now to think of it, you know, when I collab with somebody, I always think like it's much more important to me to know the person more, like as a good friend or something like that, because I tend to know better how the person works and everything. For example, if I could say like, okay, with Aviators, I'd really like to work, but then again, I need to know like much more about Aviators and how, you know, he works like this and that, and just like work around it, because it's not easy to think of something how it would work. Because I've seen collabs that, you know, sounds great, but then again, nothing really happened behind it. For example, you know what, I'm getting away from the subject. Basically, the person I really think that I really want to work with is, I don't know. There's so many people. I mean, again, to be honest, I really want to work with you. If it is, I'd really like anticipate that one day, but I really need to think of a song. No, seriously, I really like your voice, but then again, I really need to think of like a good song that really fits your style and everything, and then I need to see like who, how do you work with it? How do you, besides your voice, can it contribute to the song besides me or something like that? You know, I need to think of all these things through. With Wind Toaster, it took me like freaking 3-4 months until I figured out something that would work with Chile, until we figured out a song for this. It took a while, but you know, eventually it got there, and I'm very happy to have Wind Toaster as a really good friend. That now everything just rolls, so it's good. Basically, let's see what other people I really want to work with. It's hard. There's so many people I know from the fandom, but there's nothing like in particular that I really want to like say, okay, I want to work with them. I don't know. It's a hard question, and I have to say that it's a very hard question because there's so many people, and I can't imagine myself collabing, you know, with somebody specific that I'd imagine something amazing happening yet, because I already did most of the collabs, and I think that most of them were amazing anyway. So
I actually am working on a collab with Aviators on a cover song. I cannot say the name of the song yet because I'm still trying to keep it a surprise.
All right.
And surprise. And I'm not sure how he's going with it, but you have been giving me updates sometimes, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like, I've been trying to work on my album right now, but since that's going a little slow, we should actually get to work on that.
All right.
Because I haven't been working on much, and I need to get productive again.
Just make sure you don't give away the name of the song.
I will not.
We can put it on both our channels. We'll have a game to see who can get more viewers.
Alright, we'll see.
It's probably going to be you anyway.
I have not
Perhaps, we'll see. It's probably whoever gets on Equestria Daily will. Although, that probably won't. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, it's not a pony-related song.
No, I just remembered that. I always assume, any Brony musicians get on Equestria Daily, and then I'm like, darn it has to be pony songs.
The only occasion is if Mando Pony does a holiday-related song, which was like when he did his cover of Cooley's Reel for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
That was a good song.
Yeah. You haven't been talking much, Shifting Purple. Why don't you ask a question? Why don't you ask a question?
Okay, question time. Let me think. Oh no, we already... my god, I'm so frazzled. How long does it usually take to write, produce, and like upload a song before it actually gets any like popularity?
So who's going first here?
So I think I'll go first this time. So regarding that question, it's kind of hard because sometimes a song can be thought of, 4 or 5 months before. And sometimes a song can be thought like in the last minute or something like that. But basically, when it comes into production, the idea for the song and everything, it's usually, again, it depends on like what kind of song is it. Like remixes usually take me 2 to 3 days. For example, the Discord remix took me 2 days to finish.
Everyone loves that one.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked because that remix, if you look into the project file, it's very, 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 very simple in comparison to many of the other remixes I did, which is kind of funny. Because like I did the remix, it sounded awesome, and I said, okay, fine, I'll put it on YouTube, and I didn't expect it to be the most popular remix until now. Hell, it's like the most popular pony song ever.
Even the most simple things. even the most simple things can sound really awesome.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's kind of amazing, but it doesn't stop me to do bigger stuff anyway. It's like I said, like, oh, I made this remix within it's very in a simple way in 2 days. That means I need to make more songs that way. No, it's just that, like I said, it's just like I said, it's just a matter of
Getting right.
it sometimes happens, sometimes not. Anyway, remixes, like I said, it usually takes from 3 to 2 days, depends on like how complex they are. But usually it doesn't take me long to think of something. But full songs, usually, it takes me a while to really get it, going through my head and everything. So like, sometimes it takes a week, depends on like what kind of song it is and everything. But sometimes 3 days or a week, just, in that duration of like days it takes to make a song.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One more thing I forgot to say, Tombstone.
Yeah.
Happy late birthday.
Ah, thank you.
Yes, hashtag that even though it's way past.
Happy late birthday
to you. Oh yeah, I can't sing that. I might get sued for copyright.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to pull that joke.
Yeah. Oh well.
We must sopa and scrub it. That's
we,
what all
we
the
can throw in a birthday tune.
Sopa and scrub it.
Um,
Oh yeah, Aviators. What about you? Now let's take you.
Well, as I think most of you guys know, I do like to release songs pretty fast, and so because of that, I usually will try to get a song done in a week, because after a week I start to procrastinate on it and I lose interest in it, and I just sort of let it gather dust.
That's happened to me so much.
Yeah, so it usually takes me about a week to finish a song. From creation to lyric writing to everything. Once in a while, I have a really quick song, like Never Meant to Be was all lyrics, vocals, everything was done in 2 hours.
Oh wow.
And that was insanely fast. And then Friendship was done in 2 days. So that was one of my shortest ones. And then Monster, which I did with Omnipony, that was about 4 months. So that's,
Wow.
it really varies. Depends on everything.
I remember, like when I started writing those crappy demo songs, I just wrote them in like about an hour or two, and then I record them in about 3 hours, and then I put some finishing touches on and put the effects. Like for Follow Your Dreams, I put on a chorus guitar effect because I thought that sounded really cool, and I uploaded them. I actually got 2 of them featured on Question Daily, but all of them are actually demo tracks. Once I get better equipment, I'm going to be re-recording all of them, and I'm still writing more. So let's talk about the show now. Who can you most relate to on the show, or who is your favorite?
Tombstone, why don't you answer this one? I'm going to go real quick for a few minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys?
Oh, no problem. What was the question again?
Who can you most relate to on the show, and who is your favorite?
Out of the top 6.
That's an interesting question. Wow, it's kind of hard because I think both to Rarity, actually. My favorite pony is Rarity. For the reason is that I kind of relate to like the way that she is so generous and the way that she's so towards helping and contributing as much as possible to what she does. She makes dresses, of course, but I make music, and it kind of relates to what she does because she does it all for the fun of her. But then again, she's always there to like help others despite what she loves doing and everything. And she's kind of like she's kind of like this show off famous pony, and I guess that we all musicians are. But in the case, I kind of relate to that. So I guess it's like why I really love that character, because she's so ridiculous sometimes, but at the same time she has like this personality in her that I really admire. So it's cool. And yeah, it's kind of amazing. Like, despite it, there's always those episodes where she seems a bit like some kind of a bitch, but whatever. it's still really fun to like see her, and sometimes having those characters, especially like the Secret of her Access, which was the episode with she and Spike. You know that when.
Yeah.
You know, from the because it's like for me it's an amazing episode because the first episode of the first season, they already showed that Spike had a crush on her. It was like amazing to really close those corners, and you know it's like coming full circle in this, and it's kind of amazing to see that. So it's really really cool that it happened. You know, it's like one of my favorite episodes ever because it really shows that they have some character, that they have something, and it's really cool.
That was a good episode.
Kind of amazing.
What about background ponies? Who's your favorite background pony?
I don't know. There's many. I guess that I'll go with Wundoster and say that I love Carrot Top for some reason.
Yeah.
Yes, Carrot Top.
Yeah, she's. I don't know why what's that with that character, but she's kind of always there, and it's kind of amazing to see that sometimes happening, which is
Usually
cool.
people just pick a favorite background character because she's cute or she has a line that everyone loves. Like that's why people love Derpy. I like Colgate, as I said, as every other episode. Colgate is my favorite, and she's adorable. I never asked this on any other podcast, but who's your favorite stallion?
I don't know. Hold on. I mean, there's so many. I remember that I had like for a long time my favorite stallion was Big Mac, but I think it's actually moving to the other one from Canterlot. I don't remember what's his name now.
Fancy Pants?
Yes, Fancy Pants is a great stallion. It's like my favorite.
My favorite's Caramel.
No, Caramel.
My favorite is Big Mac. If you haven't seen my Big Mac hat, I think that's a pretty big hint.
I saw that. What was I gonna say? Princess? Favorite princess?
Celestia.
Wow, I actually don't get that much. Most people say Luna.
I don't know. There's nothing wrong with Celestia. She's kind of ridiculous at times. I really love the stuff that she tends to like do. Especially the last episode. I really love the nod that they did like towards the other one. Now it's everybody knows that she has some kind of a cake fetish. That's kind of cool.
Would you like some
gonna get back? He's
cake?
I mean, this alone beats Luna by a mile because it's like Luna, maybe like can be a really like interesting princess, but then again, you don't know a princess that has this cake fetish thing.
We gotta tell Aviators about this when he gets back.
Okay.
When he does get back.
In the meantime, we can discuss other stuff maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Until it gets back. Like, depends on how long does it take him to go back anyway.
Is there a certain like favorite episode from? Let's start with season 1. What's one of your favorite episodes from season 1, or some of your favorite episodes?
Season 1. I'm trying to think. It's kind of hard. There's one in particular that I think was like amazing. Many episodes in that season were actually pretty good. I think I have one in particular that I am really fond of. It's the one with photo finish.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I really love this episode because it's like it has the funniest moments in the whole season.
Green is not your color. That's what it's called.
Green is not your color. Green is not your color. It's called.
Oh yeah. Of course. So, yeah, that's the episode. So it's like the episode is so ridiculous, and I really love photo finish for being like with her ridiculous accent and the way that she moves and everything. That made me laugh so much. And I remember showing it like to friends who aren't bronies at all. They just said, just watch the episode, and we all laughed our asses off on that.
Oh, Tombstone.
It's I photo finish. Will make you the most grandest pony in all of Crestia.
In all of Crestia.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
I think my favorite part of that episode was when Twilight Sparkle was controlling Fluttershy.
Yeah.
I was laughing really hard.
My favorite part was where Twilight was like about to reveal everyone's secrets, and then she keeps covering her mouth, and then she like.
Even by just
freaking out.
Out of nowhere, and in her famous line going forever, just amazing.
Yeah.
She has. This is why I love the episode so much because it's funny. So
I'll take an apple and eat it. Juicy.
Yeah. She was ridiculous in that episode, which is why I loved her so much.
I would love to see someone do like a male voice version of Photo Finish. I'm picturing
I think
whole
he
time
with his latest song. I remember he just did a song about Photo Finish. Anyway,
yeah, Picture Perfect Pony.
which kinda like pissed me off a bit because I wanted to do a song with. It just so happened I had an idea for doing a song about Photo Finish with DannyBrony, but it just did. So that kind of marks it off. But which is okay because the way I make music, like I said, is that I usually excuse me. Hold on.
So, Tombstone, what is some main things you're looking for in season 3 or hoping for?
The what again?
What are some of the what are you looking for in season 3?
Whatever they throw at us. Honestly, I have no idea. It's like I don't think
Scootaloo episode.
I don't know. Everything can happen. It's just up to there. Because again, when it comes to their stuff, and the reason that I watched the show to the beginning with is that I have no expectations. Like giving them away, whatever they want to throw at me, and I don't think there's anything bad. That they like most of all of the episodes were great. Just that there were times that where it wasn't as good, or some of them were okay, but none of them were like bad. So it's like I don't have any expectations. Whatever they throw at me, I'll just enjoy and watch it. So. Whatever season 3 is, has in store for us, I'll just give them to do whatever they want. I think they'll do a great job. So
that's a really good attitude.
Yes. I'm hoping you'll finally meet some more of the ponies' parents, so we know who Scootaloo's parents are, we know who Rainbow Dash's parents are, and when I say Apple Family parents, we never actually met their parents. We know her brother, we know her grandmother, we never met her parents.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for a Applejack family thing because. We know, like, who is Braeburn? Like, it's her cousin. But what about, like, the Orange family that she has?
Yes, cuz?
I don't know if it's all what's needed, to every time to really, show some background behind every pony or something like that. I don't think it's needed. It just depends on them. It's, depends on, the way they think, the specific episode would go that way. But definitely they would go beyond and try to show from a bit of some background behind the ponies, but yeah, it might happen. Maybe Scootaloo does have parents and they don't really show it up because they haven't really thought of parents for Scootaloo. It's not like there's nothing existing for Scootaloo anyway.
Maybe Scootaloo was hatched
like Scootaloo episode.
I bet they will actually do that in season 3. I'm pretty sure they will actually do that.
I don't know Scootaloo episode because Scootaloo is my favorite cutie marker stater. Oh yeah, who is your favorite cutie marker stater?
Scootaloo is great. I don't know. I am not really that much fond of cutie marker stainers myself. I don't know. They seem kind of a bunch that I don't really enjoy watching, but whatever. It's like I guess it's my thing, when it comes to those ponies.
Favorite song from the show?
Oh yes. Start with your favorite song from season 1.
I don't know. I think my favorite song from season 1 is either Winter Wrap Up or I don't know. There weren't many songs that I think were favorites in season 1. Because I think I heard them way too much. Let me think.
Winter Wrap Up is my favorite.
It's a great song, but I don't think it's my favorite song from season 1. I don't know. I need to remember. Hold on.
What did I miss?
I don't know. There were many good. Yeah. But the thing is, second season, definitely the Smile song is my favorite.
Yes. Smile song is best Smile song.
And it's also one of
the amazing song.
Also. I really enjoyed making for Smile. I don't know, it was really fun.
I actually noticed that it was a really long song, and it was actually not as repetitive as you think it would be for a kids show song. So many songs you hear on a kids show are very repetitive, and the Smile song was one of those songs that really did a good job.
I don't think that's the thing with like this show. I guess like there's like many. I really love. For example, I really love the Flim Flam Brothers song. It was fun.
Oh, that's
Yes, that is
It wasn't
amazing.
repetitive. It was actually very involving. It had lots of stuff. It was really fun. So
I love the Find a Pet song. That's my favorite.
Oh, you're back. You're back.
But
Yeah.
that was more like that was more of a musical. It was like a musical number.
Yeah.
But it was a good musical number.
I love musical numbers. Like I love musicals.
Aviators, do you want to duet with me in Find a Pet song?
Oh gosh.
Do you really want to do?
Me and Shifting are doing a duet in the Flim Flam Brothers song.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
gonna be
hard.
fun.
They're considering how fast. There's like so many tongue twisters. This.
I'm amazing with tongue twisters.
Well, look at what we got there, brother of mine. It's the same in every town. And here we go.
Even the actors in the show were kind of stumbling over their words.
I think that like this line alone, ponies with thirst. You see, ponies with thirst or dry songs and other troubles by side to be found. This line alone just drives me insane.
I know.
I remember like the first thing, like the first cover I heard of that song. It wasn't actually a legitimate cover. It was just some drunk guy singing that while playing Team Fortress 2.
I showed you that, didn't I? That was fun.
It was so ridiculous, and it made me just laugh. It was amazing.
I remember like when it was shown on Hack's Mega Pony stream before the new episode came on, because he played some Pony related clips before the episodes come on, and he was playing that clip, and everyone on Twitter was exploding on their walls and like, oh my gosh, I can't stop laughing now.
Because it's so much of a hard song to sing, there's so many tongue twisters, and the way they sing it so fast is amazing.
I even remember Yap Lap, he was trying to do I heard a failed recording of Giggle at the Ghosty on his Newgrounds site, and when he did the bridge part where when he did the bridge,
yeah, sorry. The only one I think managed to make this proper is was Aerobeat Brony, but then again I think he cheated because he couldn't sing it very slowly, and then just increase the speed. And sometimes that's what you do, like as a musician. That sometimes when you want to hit that very fast part, sometimes record it very slow and just increase the speed later. It's very impossible in audio editing.
Well, even
that's cheating.
As I was saying, Yap Lap was did a failed recording of Giggle at the Ghosty in the bridge, where he says, "Tell a big up scare for you, take on the email, everything's scary, and everything comes with very decent way to laugh." And he actually tried to do that part while yelling, and he failed, and he just messed up for the whole rest of the song.
Rage quit.
Yes, rage quit. If you actually go on his Newgrounds site, I'm pretty sure it's still there. It might be. He might post it on his Facebook wall. Just ask him.
Aviators, now that you're back.
Yeah, who's your favorite pony? And start with the favorite main six pony.
My favorite main six pony. Favorite main six would be Rainbow Dash.
Yes! Woo!
Everybody's favorite.
No Applejack.
Everybody's Rainbow Dash.
Actually, no. It's actually been proven that a lot more people like Twilight Sparkle.
I'd say Twilight's about even with Rainbow Dash now.
Okay, everybody, we're gonna do this. If you're listening to this and you have a Twitter account, message at Brony Banter your favorite top 6 pony, and then say whether it's Twilight or Rainbow Dash that's more popular.
Alright.
I'm gonna start
Oh,
that.
and while you were gone, Living Tombstone mentioned Celestia's cake fetish. And
Oh yeah.
we wanted you to hear that, but you were gone at the time, so I mentioned it now.
Okay. Well, thank you for informing me of this.
You are now caught up.
Now, who's your favorite background pony?
Background pony. Well, I don't know if you'd consider her a background pony, but I'd have to say Daring Do.
Yes, that's a
It's
background.
more of like a single episode pony.
Right. Well, let's call her a background pony.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that for now. We'll keep her as a background pony for just this episode of Brony Banter.
Okay.
No more exceptions. Well, for single character episode, I really gotta say it's either Daring Do or Trixie.
Daring. I like Trixie, but she's kind of overrated, to be honest.
I don't care.
I don't know how people can like Gilda.
Don't tell Jackalap I hate Gilda.
I can't stand Gilda.
Well,
I'm sorry.
At least Trixie was able to confess her feelings of how she failed.
That's
but
true.
Gilda didn't give a crap. She was like, "All right, screw this. I'm out of here."
I know. To be honest, what's the name of that Gilda episode?
Griffin the Brush Off.
Griffin the Brush Off. Yes, that is probably my least favorite episode of the entire series.
Yes.
Because I hate Gilda that much.
And the hatred increases.
Yeah, in my case, I had nothing against Gilda because I guess that I just watched the entire episode just in shock that they actually got the voice actor from Black Lagoon. The very same voice actor voiced Revi in the show, and she voiced Gilda as well. It was it was a huge, crazy. Again, this is like the only reason I love that episode, because it was the same voice actor that I loved from another show. It just happened to be the same character and the same everything, so that was kind of cool. But nothing. I don't know.
If Jack Black was listening to this, then he'll be like, "What? You people are crazy."
Nah. Again, I don't have anything against Gilda. I don't think there's anything wrong or bad, because there's nothing to say. It's like there's a lot of missing background behind that character, and I have no idea what the hell's going on with Gilda and why she's like that sometimes.
Okay, Aviators, who's your favorite princess?
Luna.
Yeah. How about Stallion? Who's your favorite Stallion?
Stallion. Soren, probably.
Yeah.
Just because of his awesome costume in the upcoming wedding.
And what about Cutie Mark Crusader?
Probably Sweetie Belle. Because she's adorable.
So, Shifting, you need to ask some more questions. I haven't heard from you much.
I know, I'm quiet. I don't really know what to ask. All the questions have really been answered.
Let's think of some. Who is your favorite Brony in the fan base?
Oh, gosh.
Like a musician or an artist, or just a Brony icon in general?
That's actually a good question.
The musician I listen to at the most at this moment would probably be Ponyphonic.
That's cool.
But that doesn't necessarily make him my favorite Brony. As far as favorite Bronies, I wouldn't really be able to decide. I'd have to have a top 10 list. And on that list would be like Tombstone, My Little Dashie, Yelling at
Dashie,
Cats.
Yeah.
Joe, Brony Dance Party.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Hate Seed, Silent, all those awesome guys. I love everybody.
Dusty Cat is obviously one of those Brony icons that everyone knows.
Yeah.
I actually hadn't heard of Dusty Cat until he asked if he could cover one of my songs. And then I was like, oh, you're famous.
Yeah, he's the manliest Brony ever.
Oh, I know now.
Yeah.
He is by far the manliest Brony.
He follows me.
I have a lot of respect for him. What else is there?
What about Tombstone? Who's some of your favorite Bronies?
I have many.
I forgot to mention Alex S.
Yeah.
He's a big one on my list. Just let me throw that out there. And Glaze.
Yeah.
Oh, Glaze, bro.
I could go on and on.
Anyway, favorite Bronies. I don't know. Again, like same with Aviators. There's many I listen to, but I think my favorite ones is So Great and Powerful. I really love this guy's music. It's like one of my favorite musicians from the entire fandom, in my opinion. And stuff like that. I don't know. I really love this guy's music, and overall he's I think my favorite Brony musician. Let's see. Other than that, I have Wind Toaster. I have Jackalap's. I listen to him sometimes. Hate Seed. Let's see who else in the list. of brownies to listen to. I don't know. There isn't many. I'm pretty surprised that I don't really listen to brony music that constantly. But I guess like I have like a few. Mystery Band. He's also a great animator. I really love his stuff. He's really great. And yeah, I don't know. When it comes, it's kind of funny. Alex is a great friend of mine, but I don't really enjoy his music that much anymore. I just think it's like the same old stuff.
What about artists? What about drawing artists?
Drawing artists, I have Kevin Sano, John Koseiko. Some of my friends are really awesome artists. I think like the person that, Hellhoof is an amazing friend and an amazing artist. He did the OC for my he did my OC pony design, and there's many people that I know that are really aiming to become like be part of the Brony fandom more. Like there's a person she's a great friend. I think she's going to be pretty comfortable in the fandom pretty soon. So you guys watch out.
You're actually one of those bronies that has like thousands. Like last time I checked, you had over 25,000 subscriptions.
Yeah.
Subscribers, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, subscribers. Oh, and Pixel Kids is also a great friend and a great artist.
Yeah, Pixel Kids is awesome. She's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of my favorites.
We interviewed her for the first show.
Cool.
And Aviators, who's your favorite drawing artist?
Oh gosh, I don't get into art all that much. Like the only artists I really, I'm familiar with their work. It's really only my close friends, But I would have to say, my favorite artist would be Macan.
Ooh, Macan is great.
He is really good.
There's so many that I see on a Question Daily, but I'm trying to remember their name. Like, who is that? I should know who that is by looking at their style. And there's so many people I don't remember by their username, and I feel so bad for that. I need to memorize their names more.
It's because we're used to knowing them by their OC picture.
Yeah.
Not the name, so.
We recognize them by their OC.
I'm actually surprised that when we were talking about favorite Brony musicians, no one mentioned Daniel Ingram. He's like the originator.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's all about mentioning one person's just because he's a part of the show. I mean, we all have our reasons to maybe not like the overall music that he makes or something like that. He makes great songs, but it doesn't make him a favorite. For example, I don't listen to his stuff constantly. I think it's actually the reason why I remix a lot of songs, because there are some songs that I really love and I want to remix them, and there are some songs that I really hate and I want to say, okay, I want to improve it and make it my style, so maybe I'll enjoy it more. No, seriously, it happens a lot of times. I'm not going to mention which songs though, but there's sometimes there are songs that I remix and I said, okay, I want to really improve that because I think it has a lot of potential, so I should really get going.
There's actually a song from the show that some people thought was Daniel Ingram, but it's actually William Anderson who does the background music, and it was a song when the Cutie Mark shares are going on their little montage of trying to find the cutie marks in the Showstopper episode. That little poppy synthesizer song that you hear.
Mm-hmm.
I actually really like that one. William Anderson does a really nice job with the music, and I love his orchestra music too.
Yeah, he's definitely really good. The show is actually really... The music really is a big part of the show for me.
Oh, sorry. That was my phone. I forgot to turn my phone down.
So unprofessional.
I'm sorry.
It happens.
It is from Dashi.
From Dashi, oh.
Yeah. Oh man, do you record live? I'd love to come watch. No, we don't record live, Dashi. And if you are listening to this right now, this is really awkward.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are
back to what we were doing.
We are approaching the end of the podcast in about 10 minutes, just as an FYI.
Alright. There's a couple more minutes.
There's enough time.
If we can come up with any questions. I'm suddenly getting so many tweets because my phone has been failing me with all the reception.
I have a question.
And I get all my tweets an hour later.
What? Starting with Aviators for this one. What is your favorite fanfic?
What is my favorite what?
Fanfiction.
Oh. Definitely definitely, by far, over any other fanfiction, My Little Dashie.
Yeah.
That is so well written. I just love the story. I don't know. It's just amazing. Like, I don't read a lot of fan fictions, mostly because I'm really picky about stuff that I read. I don't really like to read amateur stuff. And, I mean, there are a lot of good fan fictions around, but a lot of it's just kind of written really sloppy. So
that's one thing that Equestria Daily keeps rejecting fan fictions for, because they're all, like, poorly written. I've had that experience already, so I just like, never mind. It's not important. I'll just put it on fimfiction.net.
Right.
And what about you, Tombstone?
I don't really read fanfics. I'm sorry.
That's me. I don't really read much, but I do listen to some like people reading the fanfiction because I'm too lazy to read it myself. So I listen to people read it, like Mike the Microphone when he does a dramatic reading. I usually listen to that.
Cool, yeah.
Patty cakes is a no-no. That's all I'm saying. Patty cakes is a no-no.
I've actually only ever read 2 fanfics that really grabbed my attention. Rainbow Factory.
Oh, that's a good one.
And My Little Dashie. Those are the only 2 that really got my attention.
Dashie.
That was so sad.
Alright.
But you know what the first fanfic I ever read was?
What?
Was Cupcakes.
Oh my god, that was my first one too.
That is the worst one to start on, because then you assume all of them are like that. And I know some of you guys are into that, but that was not... I didn't enjoy it.
Me neither.
I finished it, but I was not proud of myself at the end.
I actually have not read that.
I finished it and read one alternate ending, which was... The alternate ending was when Rainbow Dash just wakes up in her bed noticing it was a dream, but then makes sure it doesn't happen. She goes to stab Pinkie Pie.
Oh.
That was one of the alternate endings.
Huh. I actually haven't read that one because I know what it's about, so I don't really want to expose myself to that.
Let's stop talking about cupcakes, please.
No, let's not. Oh, speaking of cupcakes, not the fanfic. This weekend,
the food? Yummy.
Yes, I'm hoping to make a tutorial for how to make baked bads.
Me too. Let's do a competition, see who can get a better video of how to make baked bads.
I was just gonna put pictures as like update stuff, but okay.
I'm gonna make a video if I ever get around to getting a better camera. I'll make a video.
So I think.
Oh, speaking of cupcakes, has anyone actually ever tried the thing that Pinkie Pie did? Put hot sauce on a cupcake and eat it?
No, and I don't think of doing that either.
I did.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I have.
No, this is a bad idea.
I have, and it's actually not that bad. Depends on what kind of hot sauce you use. Like, I just use some... Like, first I tried just, like, a little bit of Tabasco sauce. It was kind of hot. Then I tried something a little... I forget what it's called, but it was something not as hot as...
Tabasco sauce is what it's supposed to be, you know? Tabasco sauce all the way.
Well, Tabasco sauce was okay, but then I tried, like, something a little less hot. It was really good. Like, it was... Well, not really good, but I would say it's not that bad. I would actually try it again. But then I just tried some sriracha sauce, and it was actually pretty good.
Whatever you do, don't have Blair's hot sauce.
Well, I remember someone told me that I actually did try hot sauce on a cupcake, and what they didn't know, it was ghost pepper sauce.
Oh, that's fun.
That is horrible to use. Ghost pepper is actually the hottest thing you can think of.
This thing burns your tongue like crazy.
There was actually someone on YouTube, D-Sigs, which is a black comedian he does on YouTube. He actually made a video of him eating 3 ghost peppers dipped in ghost pepper sauce and not drinking until 13 seconds after he finished the 3rd one. And then he, like, chugs down a bunch of milk, and we are getting off topic. Wow, take another shot.
Well, the end of our podcast has come, so unfortunately.
This was fun.
But it was...
This was a fun episode.
Very fun episode. And
Spread the word.
We will do that. It's been fun.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for taking out time of your day to be on our show.
No problem.
It was fun.
We'll see you around next time.
Roll credits.